behind with vaccine.
Okay, we're going to have to talk about that. But first, we're going to say hi to everybody this morning. Welcome to Wildcat Morning here, Wildcat Nation. Glad you're here in the Resource Center studio in Jamestown, beautiful Rogersville, Missouri. I'm Will Worship. This is Keaton the Kid Garrett, and we're brightening your morning today.
We're brightening your morning by blocking the sun.
By blocking the sun, that's right. So you were about to say something, and
was I?
What were you saying? You not want to talk about that?
Oh, I can talk about that. This is from The Hill, which is not American.
It's
not an American news source.
Not a credible source.
Okay. Yes.
Right. But
Biden says Trump's transition delay will put new government behind with vaccine.
Because the government's the one that's managing it. I mean, they're the ones getting it done.
Leave that out there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get to the important stuff. Romans 10:17, verse of the day today. So faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of Christ. So if you wonder why we're always talking about the Bible every morning here at our morning show, that's why. Faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of Christ. So we always want to give you the word of Christ every chance we get so that you can come to faith in Christ and you can hear the word of God. Because the gospel is simple. Mm-hmm. The gospel is easy. You're bad. Everybody's bad. We're all bad.
I'm bad.
I'm bad. We're all bad. None of us.
Will's really bad.
I'm really bad. None of us live up to the gospel standard, which means none of us are worthy of salvation. All of us are deserving of death and sin and eternal punishment. It's right there in Romans 3:23. For all of sin comes short of the glory of God. And that's bad news. But God made a way in his infinite love and grace. He sent Jesus. He paid the penalty for our sin. He came. He lived the sinless life we couldn't live, died the death we should have died to give us the salvation that only he deserves, but we have that. And all you have to do, it's a free gift, place your faith in him. And you've heard me rant about this before. People talk about how, Christianity is like all the other religions. If you're good, you go to heaven. If you're bad, you go to hell. No. That is all the other religions. That is not Christianity. Christianity is the opposite of that. You can't be good enough. But Jesus was good enough for all of us. All you have to do is put your faith in him, not just believe in him, but put your trust in him for your eternal salvation. So that's your verse of the day. Today, you got anything to say about that?
I think it's just funny that people think we're like all the other religions.
I do
You're
too.
good or bad, and you go this or that.
Why is that? Why would anybody think that's good news?
We all are trash. That's what makes us different. We think that you're garbage and we're garbage.
But we're all the same garbage.
But we're all the same heap of garbage.
Hey, before we jump too far into this, I want to go ahead. We got
Is that the new iPhone?
That's the 12.
This is
the 12
it's
Max.
It's silvery looking.
It is. It's the
I hadn't seen that.
Looking.
Wait, do I have the 11? Mine's not silvery looking.
I don't know what you have. You have a case on yours, so I can't tell.
Oh, is mine? No, yours is the rectangle one. Is that the new one?
It's the 12 Pro Max.
Is that the new one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just found money in my case.
You just found $20. Hey, it's a good morning already.
So this is the 11 then?
Yeah.
I saw a dude yesterday with that, and I was like, I think that's the first one I've seen out in the wild. Because when I was in school, you know, the new iPhone would drop, and then this person and that person, they all had them, you know, and then everybody's like, ooh.
Well, what I finally did, I finally succumbed and went to that plan where you can just get a new one every time they come out. You just pay so much a month, and mine's like, because of the deals, I've got like $25 a month. And I did the math. It's cheaper than buying a phone. So it ended up being cheaper.
Like when you upgrade, because, yeah.
So I went ahead and did that deal, even though I resisted.
Can I hold yours for a second? I want to feel the shape.
I'll let you hold it in just a second. But first,
like a kid
I want to roll out our question for the day. This is 3 headlines and a lie.
Question. Oh, okay.
3 headlines and a lie. I'm getting out the beginning of the show so people can comment. 3 headlines and a lie. 3 of these headlines are true. 1 of them is a lie. So comment. Here's A. French radio accidentally announces the death of 100 of the world's most famous people. B. Man tries to sue Peloton for failing to disclose that its exercise bikes are not roadworthy. C. Dolly Parton partially funded Moderna COVID vaccine relief.
That's true. She did that yesterday.
Don't give anything away.
Oh, okay.
Don't give anything away. We're spotting the falsehood here.
Okay.
And D, Turkmenistan's authoritarian leader unveils huge golden dog statue in the capital. So those are your 4 headlines. 3 of them are true. 1 of them is a lie. A, B, C, or D. Put your pick in the comments, and we'll reveal at the end of our show.
I think that the golden statue one is fake.
You think D is fake. So
fake
Keaton
news.
says D is fake news.
I'm going to go on and comment it.
But we'll let the rest of you decide. So speaking of placing your faith and trust in Jesus is the only way to get out of here alive.
We're not supposed to make statues and idols.
There's that. But there's that. Turn your volume down.
I did.
Turn your volume down.
Diane's watching with us.
Right?
Yeah. I think.
Are you planning any trips anytime soon? You gonna fly anywhere?
No. Dory said she wanted to go to Disney World for her birthday last night, but I think she's kidding because I don't have that much money.
Well, and that's in about
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Well, December 29th, you'll have the opportunity to be one of the first passengers on the 737 MAX.
Oh,
again,
that big plane?
Once it's the grounding has been lifted. There were 2 huge air traffic accidents, which
yes.
tragedies involving the 737 MAX. So the FAA grounded the 737 MAX, but now the FAA director says, I would feel comfortable with my family flying on a 737 MAX. And so they have lifted the grounding. But 54% of people in a survey responded that they would not fly on a 737 MAX.
It's not like anybody's doing the research when they're buying the tickets, what plane am I on?
Well, I know. That's true. I usually find out.
Here's
the other thing. How many times have you taken a flight and you've been on one plane, but when it comes time to board, it's a different plane?
It's a different plane.
It's a different plane.
Or different airline operated by United Airlines or whatever, right?
So you have no concerns about flying.
I don't care.
I
am so chillax on plane. I've been on 1,000 planes. Okay. Just like you have. I don't care.
You've been on more planes than I have, I would bet. I flew up there for about 3 or 4 years. I flew a lot. But then before that and after that, I haven't flown much at all. But
it does not bother me at all.
I like to fly, honestly.
I do too.
I kind of enjoy the process because, I think, and I don't know, it's probably a bit of my personality, but I spend so much of my life sort of in control, trying to manage everything, to go sit.
It's nice to just
I can't control this. This is out of my hands for the next 3 or 4 hours.
I kind of enjoy international flights.
I do too.
It's like a hidden little, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
The
What's
food
the
is
longest
not
international flight you've taken?
18 hours.
So, Australia?
No, we came back from Ethiopia, but we had to go up and then over to Ireland and came back down because of Gulf Stream or something wind crap like that.
13 is the longest flight that I've taken, but I've made that flight 12 times. Because we've been to Beijing 6 times, and so and of course it's only 12 hours back because you're going against the grain, I guess, because the way the Earth's turning underneath you as opposed to.
So to Ethiopia from here is 13, but coming back is 18.
Yeah.
So.
And what's
the
weird?
The second one is longer when you're tired and everything.
And I think this is what you were getting at when you fly to China, you go up over the top.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go around the side. It's shorter to go over up through the Arctic Circle.
You look at the map that they have on there, and you're like, why can't we just, but
it's round.
The Earth is not flat like a map at all.
So we talked a little bit yesterday, Laura and I did, about how there's just been this surge of COVID. Like everybody's over the RT1 now, except for Mississippi. All the other
RT1?
If the RT is greater than 1, the virus is spreading. If it's less than 1, it's not spreading, whatever that would be, shrinking, all that. Sharon Bernie Calhoun says A is the fake news.
What was that one?
I'll have to look. What was that one? I don't remember. Face ID. There we
go.
French radio announces the death of 100 persons. So Sharon says A is the fake news.
Oh.
You're still on for D, the golden statue.
I guess that one makes sense. That one's just odd.
Yeah. So the first one is the French radio announcing the death of 100 people. B is man sues Peloton for not disclosing their roads or their bikes were roadworthy.
That one's true, I think.
C, Dolly Parton funded Moderna research, and D, Turkmenistan made a golden dog statue. So you can comment. Dory likes your sweatshirt. Yep. So
she didn't say that she likes your shirt.
No, well, mine's just a standard black shirt because it's kind of that. Like all my shirts are black shirts.
It's your thing.
It's just
I'm in all black today too, though.
You are. With what's he say? That's what she said.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
so you're going to be able to test for COVID at home in the spring. They've got an at-home test.
DIY COVID kit.
Do it yourself COVID test at home. I don't know how it's going to work.
I can see you get in a box and syringe,
this big long
put
thing,
it together
stick it
and
in the back of your face. Good stuff. So Nancy Pelosi says this last term, one more term as speaker is going to be her last.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's announcing that. You know what I say? No kidding. Because the Republicans are going to be in true control of the House in 2022.
She's like, I'm calling it.
She's like, I'm just going to go ahead and call it.
it.
Yeah, it's like, we know, Nancy. We know. We know.
It's
All
probably
right.
because she's going to run for something else. Like dictator of the world or something. Don't you think?
I don't know. She's like 95 years old.
She is really old.
She is crazy.
She looks really old.
Anyway. Okay.
Can we guess Nancy Pelosi's age in the comments?
That would be fun. You can guess Nancy's age. You're gonna have to Google it to get the right
Diane
answer,
said,
though.
"Yeah."
Yeah, I think she's excited that Nancy's done.
Oh,
yeah.
yay.
I think she's agreeing with our political analysis right there. Your 3 headlines and a lie. You still have time to answer. A, French radio accidentally announces death of 100 of the world's most famous people. B, man tries to sue Peloton for failing to disclose its exercise bikes are not roadworthy. C, Dolly Parton partially funded Moderna COVID vaccine research. Or D, Turkmenistan's authoritarian leader unveils huge golden dog statue in the Capitol. One of those headlines is a lie. 3 of them are true. Comment in the comments which one you think is a lie. Last note for today is all about money. So Bitcoin popped over 18,000 yesterday. It's back
I
down.
wish that I would have gotten into that.
I got a little bit. I got just a little bit. Apple has, they get 30% of everything that goes through their app store. But now they've said for smaller developers, like under $1 million under $1 million in revenue, they're going to reduce that
That's nice of
to
them.
15%.
That's
Dory
really-
says D. She agrees with you, Keaton, that the golden dog statue is fake news.
Look at that.
And now Google, because of like Venmo and Apple Pay and all that, Google's Google Pay app has now gotten more robust. And apparently you can allow it to search through your photos for receipts to help keep track. I don't know.
Like, that's not a privacy issue.
Well, they say it's not. They're allowing peer-to-peer transactions, and peer-to-peer transactions are not tracked, they said, to protect your privacy.
So, like, well, what would even be in your photos?
So,
though?
well, I don't know if you like take. I guess the point is, so like we go out to dinner, like 5 of us or whatever. I pay for dinner. I can snap the receipt, and then it will divide it up between the people, and you just pay your share. I'm assuming that's the only thing I can think of that work, because I didn't really delve into it today. What would it be like? All right.
Our life is going to be so different in like 5 years and 10 years, and I really hope that the rapture happens.
Time to die.
Just throwing that out there.
Well, anyway, okay. So we've got Sharon Burney says that the headline "French radio accidentally announces the death of 100 of the world's most famous people" is fake news.
My mom hasn't commented, so 1, either she doesn't love me anymore and isn't watching, or 2, she doesn't know how to comment.
Okay. Well, no, she knows how to comment because she's commented in the
Okay,
past.
okay.
Oh yeah. She's been on the past. So
So she doesn't love me.
nobody has voted for the Peloton. Man sues Peloton for failing to disclose.
That one's definitely true.
Okay, you say that one's true.
For sure.
So, well, you say they're all true except for this last one.
Yeah, but I'm kind of leaning
'Cause
towards Sharon now, too.
3 of these are true. Dolly Parton partially funded Moderna COVID vaccine. So you say you read that.
I read it yesterday.
So you know that one.
She gave $1 million, which I wouldn't call partially funding, because I feel like a lot more than $1 million has been thrown into the bucket.
Hey, Lauren said good morning. Good morning, Lauren. Thanks for watching.
Hey, Lauren, how are you? Hope the kids are well.
Giving you a little multicam action there. Just because we can. That's like playing with a new toy. And D, Turkmenistan's authoritarian leader unveils huge golden dog statue in the Capitol. That's your pick. That's Dory's pick. Guess which one is made up? Fake news. B, man tries to sue Peloton for failing to disclose that exercise bikes are not roadworthy. That is the fake news.
I feel like that one was very plausible.
I think it is too.
People are dumb.
I think it is too. But so, true headlines. French radio announces the death of 100 world's most famous people. Dolly Parton did fund Moderna research into COVID. And the Turkmenistan authoritarian leader did, in fact, unveil a huge golden dog statue in the Capitol. There you go.
There are so many other uses for that gold.
Yeah. Like COVID research.
Like COVID research.
Hey, before we go, I've been talking about my Simple Trust plan on here. It is a subscription-based estate plan. Because here's what I found out. Estate plans, people tend to think they're fire and forget. They get them, they put them in a drawer, and they never use them, and they don't work. So I have developed a subscription-based estate plan. For the less than the cost of a cup of coffee a day, you can have an estate plan, and it's good for life. Unlimited updates, rest of your life, online storage. It's a great deal. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to come up with a bunch of money up front.
Online storage is nice.
Online storage is nice. Unlimited. You can put your family photos in it if you want. So if you want to know about Simple Trust, please hit me up. This is a great program. A lot of people are jumping on board and signing people up left and right. Love to get you on board with that. It's an estate plan you know will work when you want it to work, and you don't have to be afraid to change it in the future. Simple-trust.com. What are you curious about? What are you curious about?
Are they going to make us get this sugar water vaccine? I think that I'm going to be almost out of school by then, and I don't think that college cares as much. But is your kid going to have the COVID vaccine
to go to school?
Like all the other junk that they have?
I think they will. I think there'll be some form of restriction on people that don't have the vaccine. I think that's coming. That's my prediction. No comment. We'll be back tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll see you later. Thanks everybody for watching.
Let's pray for